Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm probably not Vlad, and you're watching me go from Beach Bob to Giga Rider in Ark Survival Ascended. Before we get started, I'll point out that I'm playing on a private Nitrado server with a few mods and official small tribes rates. The mods I use are here for a more fun video. Nobody wants to watch someone grind stone for an hour. We use the following. Awesome Spyglass. This lets us see the creature's stats, health, and torpor instead of just the level. Solo Farm mod, which we actually never end up using in the series, giving us a way to make creatures attack while we're not riding them. This is useful for farming as a solo player. And last but definitely not least, the biggest game changer, a 10k minus 90% weight stack mod, allowing us to stack items to 10,000 and reducing their weight by 90%. With that little info dump completed, it's time to jump into our journey from Beach Bob to Giga Rider. The first thing I want to do is I want to do a note run, and we're going to spawn in West Zone 2 because shush lady, I don't need to talk to you right now. I have a note run to do. This is important. Spawning into Ark for the 500th time. You know it. You love it. I see a Dilo in the distance. Hopefully it doesn't make a meal out of me while I do this long-ass entry animation. It seems to have a baby, but none of this interests me at the moment. What does interest me is that note over there that I want to get. I have spawned in and I'm already overheating, which is not great. I have my stimberries stolen and I take some damage, which is great. It reduces my stamina regen, which is not great, but whatever. We're going to go ahead and just keep swinging here. So, as Intro Lad may have pointed out, we do have some mods installed, so I'm not worried about collecting things here and overweighing myself. That doesn't really compute. I don't think that's going to be happening. I'm just going to keep swinging my hand here and picking up whatever I can to keep gaining more EXP. We're doing a note run, which means we are going to collect as many notes as we can with as much of a boost as we can. So we first collect this regular note, then we run over there is a tech note. We're going to pick that one up, and then we're going to try and pick up as many notes as humanly possible without dying so that we keep the buff, because if you die, you lose the buff. And that's going to be the start of the series. That's pretty much the plan for right now. I don't really have to think about anything else. There's no dinos nearby that I can see, at least, although they've known to be sneaky. Let me see here. I have already 15 levels. We're going to invest this into a heavy dose of fortitude here. I'm just going to end up with a bunch of fortitude. Doesn't matter. And we're going to learn how to make some cloth pieces that don't require anything really. And we'll learn some other things too while we're at it here. Why not? Because I can. I have plenty of engram points. Now, what we want to do is we want to quickly craft these if we can. Because I think with the fortitude we got and with a bit of cloth armor, we're able to maybe not be overheating. And if we can maybe not be overheating, that could help us quite a bit by reducing our stamina drain. Because if we sprint while we're overheating, we actually drain a bunch of water. If we drain all of our water, we end up restoring stamina more slowly. We almost fell off here. That would have been bad. Look at that pile of dinos over there. That would be bad to jump into. So let's jump over over here. Now I'm going to sprint here, even though we are overheating, because what I would like to do is drink some water down there. I think I can make it down there. While we're up here, we're just going to take a quick look over there where we're going to see if there's any nasty dinos. There's a Therizinosaur right around the bend there. I got to keep that in mind. Other than that, I don't see anything that would really trouble us. So let's just yeet ourselves willy-nilly into the water here, restoring our hydration, and we're ready to go for the rest of the note run. Okay, we've just picked out our 4x note. That's the purple buff you see in the bottom right corner of the screen. We don't seem to be overheating right now, which is nice. I have a bunch of levels. Let's just put more levels. I want 60 fortitude. 60 fortitude sounds good to me. Hopefully with that and the things we have right now equipped, we are able to ignore overheating. For now, it does seem like we can. I'm listening and looking for any sort of trouble up ahead. Let's save some stamina in case we run into something that means trouble. That's a Dilo. I don't care about Dilos. I can punch a Dilo to death if I really try. So not really worried about that. Carbonemus startles me, but is not actually a menace. And we also have a trike, very peaceful creature. Unless you punch it, then it's not that peaceful anymore. But it looks like we're making it all the way up this hill. Oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. We've completed one of the milestones. I'm going to be largely ignoring those until I have an episode where I just kind of sit there and grind nothing but that. That's a Calicotherium. And a Calicotherium is a lot of trouble if you get a bit too close to them. So we're going to try and not do that. There's a couple of them here. They would absolutely ruin my day if I messed with them a bit too much. Can I like parkour my way up here maybe potentially so I don't have to run all the way around? I feel like that would be wonderful if I could get that done. And it looks like I can. There's a bit of fog rolling in. I don't like that. Fog makes it hard to see, as you might imagine. But we managed to save a bunch of time. And hello, Parasaur, you scared the shit out of me. If that was a raptor, I would be a very dead survivor right now. But it's not a raptor. It's a Parasaur that seems to be stuck. Do we make use? Oh, it's not stuck. Never mind. Ignore me. We're just gonna move on from here. Okay, so there's notes to be collected. There's a note over there-ish that I need to collect between these two clearings. Oh, some dodos for hide. I can't ignore this. I can't ignore this opportunity. No, I have a 4x note. What am I doing? 4x note means run. Run for more notes. That's what 4x note means. Somewhere over here in the clearing is an EXP note, if I'm not mistaken. There's a little pillar. That means there's a note near next to it, right about here. There we go. We collected it. Beautiful. Now we go back up and across, actually. Funnily enough, because there's another note on the other side. And right now, we already have a crap ton of levels. So the rates, intro Vlad hopefully mentioned, are official small tribes. So we have like 2.5x EXP, which is pretty dang good. I hear some trouble over there, though. That's a Dimorphodon sound, so it's not that much trouble. But yes, we have some extra EXP, but also it's Sunday as I record this, which means we're getting even more extra EXP because there's the Arc Evolution event or whatever. That's my understanding of it. I could be completely wrong, and I could be full of shit, but I think that is how that works. Now, we're still looking for that note. There's one on this side of the hill. I think it's like right beneath us somewhere around here. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. I've done enough of these now to actually know where the notes are relatively well. Another note collected, another bunch of levels secured. Now this beach here is sometimes dangerous. There's sometimes raptors around here that'll mess you up. So I gotta look for those while still swinging my hand. I'm trying to slowly but surely restore my stamina. I'm not full HP, still not full HP, which is a little bit irritating. I think I did take some fall damage just recently, which is annoying, but what can I do? We're collecting some wooden thatch from like, if you pick at these, you collect some wooden thatch, which is nice. That is a trike, no trouble to us. It looks like we're gonna have to attempt the river crossing soon. Looks like we're gonna have to attempt the river crossing. Oh, I know what I took damage from. I punched a tree like an idiot. Hesperornis over here. We're gonna hope there's not a bunch of piranhas in here just ready to nibble at me, because that could spell disaster for us. If they injure us a lot, we might end up being very low HP, which again reduces our stamina regen, which reduces our speed in general, like over long distances, as we lose more and more uptime on the sprint and whatnot. So we got to be careful about the piranhas. Luckily, no piranhas in sight. None of them decided to nibble at us. God damn, my character just showing off his feet for free. No OnlyFans, no nothing, just living his best life. I do believe there is a note somewhere close nearby. I think I missed it. I think I ran right past it. It should be around here-ish, down here maybe. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. I must be crazy. No, I think I was wrong. I think the note. Wait, where is the note? I'm fairly certain there's a note here somewhere. I'm gonna look for that note. God, I'm wasting so much time of the 4x. Is this where the note is? I'm already out of stamina. Let's lay down and restore some stamina. Collect ourselves, compose ourselves. This is not very demure. This is not very mindful at all. I gotta be more careful than that. Now, where the f is that note? Very demure, very mindful. Is it here underneath this? Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure is it supposed to be down here? No? Bro, I am losing it. Okay, well, let's just keep going. One note schmote, you know what I mean? Just one note, who cares, right? It might be up there somewhere, who knows? Let's keep on looking for it. There's Hesperornis here, and they're fighting piranhas, it looks like. That's kind of crazy. I'm kind of surprised that piranhas don't just eat the little ducks, but I don't know. I guess there's a pecking order to these things. I think the note's up here, so I just probably wasted like a minute of my time running around back there instead of getting actually yeah, this is where the note is. Yeah, I feel so stupid. Right as I said that I was getting better at this and getting better at collecting these notes. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I am still a beach bob. I'm not riding a Giga, am I? So, you know, understandable. Let's see. We have to make it onto that little island. There's another note on the little island in the middle. There's a stego there. Surely there's nothing messing with the stegos, so I should be safe just jumping on over there, right? One way to find out, and that is to yeet yourself straight into the middle of all that nonsense. Hi, stego. How you doing, buddy? They're nice and peaceful. You can get really close to them. They won't do anything. Hopefully there's nothing on this little island where I actually have to go. No, it's just a Carbonemus who is not a menace, as we discussed earlier. There's the note. Let's jump down here. We unfortunately didn't get to jump off the edge there, but that's fine. Oh, there are the piranhas. Look how much damage that does to me. That's stupid. Okay, I gotta jump out of the water because that was kind of crazy. Jesus Christ. Half my health. I'm at 48 health. They did more than half my health in damage. That's kind of stupid. That is kind of stupid. They do some megalodon damage right there, but that's okay. We're going to just keep on going here. some Dilos. Okay, Dilos are very slow. As long as they don't hit you with your with their spit, you should be just fine. So we're going to run past them, run up this hill. There's a little building here somewhere nearby, which... Ah, there it is. There's the building. Oh, we gotta juke the Dilos, break their ankles. There's the EXP note, and we move on. Wonderful. Now comes the treacherous part of the journey where I do expect to die. We are going to head close to the swamp where we can collect one note near the edge of the swamp, and then we're gonna keep going in that direction generally, or along the swamp to collect the last note that I plan on collecting. If we really push it and get very lucky, we can collect 2 more notes with the EXP buff, but I have to be quick. I'm surrounded by Therizinosaurs. Those things are so scary. They're fast. They're incredibly powerful. It's just not a good time to get too close to one. And what they consider too close can vary greatly. So you got to be real careful with it. We're coming up on the swamp here. Oh, Titanomyrma. Shit. Okay, well, that's going to poison my stamina. God damn, okay. Well, we're just going to keep going. I don't think they can actually catch up to us. But the issue is my stamina is replenishing very slowly now. And I might need some stamina soon to just run away from the menace that is the swamp. Because there's a lot of things here that really want to kill you. Really want to kill you. But there's also... EXP note nearby, so we're trying to get that EXP note. I'm also starving, which is never a good thing. Not starving in real life though. Had some chicken earlier today, chicken and rice with some nice sauce. It was delicious. Then he tried something new. That is my fiance. She used some Thai sweet chili sauce. Didn't end up being to my liking, but she loved it, and that's what really matters. I think I may have missed... Goodness, I feel like I'm surrounded by threats right now. I think this is where the EXP note is, somewhere nearby. This Iguanodon's friendly as long as we don't hit it. It's level 5, it seems. Not very useful if we tame it, but I'm not really here to tame anything. Unfortunately, we're not going to benefit from the 4x EXP. I think I'm... Oh, I hear raptors. We're gonna run straight away from all of that if we can. Raptors seem to have a tendency to just run after me regardless, but hopefully maybe the note's somewhere here nearby. I feel like I may have missed the note at this point. I think the note is behind us, but we're gonna go collect one more note that I know for a fact where it is exactly. And I saw a snake climbing that giant rock over there. Oh, I see it. The Titanoboa right there. Oh goodness. Oh no, there's a Capro. There's a Capro running straight at me. Time to use the stamina we've been saving. Time to use the stamina. Bob and weave between the trees. Get the hell out of here. One more note. Come on. One more note. We can do it. We can do one more note. I am so scared right now. I am terrified. At first, I was afraid. I was petrified, thinking I could never get EXP notes without you by my side. Okay, it does look like we're at the edge of the swamp here, and we don't have to go any further. We want to go through that clearing over there. That's where I want to go, because there's a note there, a little jar. We are going to go ahead and quickly just use at least some food. 5 and 6 and... Are you kidding me? There's a... Well, that's the end of the EXP note. Run. We did pretty good. We missed one near the swamp, and there was another one that was collecting here in the clearing, and then I was gonna Sudoku and spawn, and I was gonna spawn over here to see if we can't get started on building up a little base, getting metal tools, and then getting up Pteranodon. That's the plan here. That's the plan. 15-minute note run, not too bad. Let's see what our EXP is looking like. 41 levels plus, okay, 72 levels. Pretty good. Pretty good if you ask me. Now we're gonna get ourselves 200 stamina. That's, I think, a good idea. 200 stamina right there. We're going to get ourselves 200 weight. There we go. And we're going to get ourselves a bunch of health. 250 health. Can we get a bit more? What else should I actually get? I don't even know at this point. Stamina's looking good. Weight's looking good. Health's looking good. Let's get 250 health and 250 weight, and then let's go for 300 health and then 300 weight. I feel like that will be a good way to approach things. What is that in the waters? Was that a Carbonemus? What? No, this is... I'm surrounded by Dilos. What the heck? There's a lot of nasty shit here. Okay, well, let's get started on building up a base. So first we need to do the survival game initiation, right? Which is beating the shit out of a tree. That's what you have to do when you start a survival game. That's that or a note run, apparently. But we opted for the note run, and then for the second time around when we spawn in, we went for the tree punching. We have a pickaxe. Pickaxes can be used to more efficiently gather certain resources. Okay, and now we also need to hit a rock to get some flint. Okay, there we go. That's a good chunk of flint right there. We're going to craft ourselves an axe. axe. And then with the axe, we can start crafting all sorts of other things. We have a bit of fiber, so let's use that. We need a bit more fiber, I think. For just in general, we're just going to need a bunch of fiber either way. There's some Dilos here. We're going to clear those out so that we can get ourselves some hide, because Lord knows we're going to need some hide as well. Let's equip these, put this on 4. Crafting. Can I craft myself some pants? I can. Wonderful. Okay. And what do I need to craft myself spears? I need wood, but I think I can handle these Dilos without the spears. No, okay, it's angry at me. I don't even know where it's coming from because the bushes are too big. 120 Dilo, of course. Managed to find the highest level Dilo on the island. Okay, I made him spit at his friend here. And we're just swinging here. They can't really reach us. We managed to take out the level 5, so this one's not mate boosted anymore. There we go. That's a good EXP too. Shit. I mean, 120? That's not bad. And that is a good chunk of hide as well. What we're going to do with that hide is we're going to craft ourselves some boots. We're going to shit ourselves, and then we're going to craft some gloves. In that order. So here's the... yeah, whatever. Just some proof that I did in fact shit myself. I'm not just saying things. Anyway... let's move on from that ordeal and let's craft ourselves. What are we crafting ourselves? Nothing yet because we don't have the engram. I want to craft myself a little starter hut. So let's get foundations, ceilings, doors, or walls and doors, and that's kind of what we need. I'll get a storage box because we will be getting a big storage box later on. Crafting or learning some other things to craft. Spark powder. Yeah, eventually probably gonna need that. Wooden club, yeah, we'll need that because there's a parasaur nearby, and if you know Ark, you know exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm gearing up to tame myself that parasaur. We have plenty of levels to get metal stuff as well, so let's get that. Trank arrows are going to be necessary at some point, and we're going to go for a pike, crossbow. There may be even a metal sickle right here. Boom. What else do we need? Probably whatever else I need I'll get as I need it. Feeding trough will also be wanting one of those. Very nice. I think for now we have everything we need, so we want to craft ourselves some structures so we can build some shelter. I will put this on 5. What are we missing? We're missing wood again. Okay, let's get some wood. What I would also like to get is potentially some spears, just to have some spears handy in case something attacks me. And the bolas that I was talking about for getting the parasaur, those would be nice as well. We have a lot of wood. Now you might be wondering, how the hell are you carrying 289 wood when you just leveled a little tiny bit of weight? Well, that's because we have the stack mod. Hopefully Intro Vlad explained that bit. All right, we want that parasaur. I want that parasaur. That one right there, that's the one I want. And there is, oh, never mind. There's one right here. We want this one instead now. It's also prettier. Look at that blue color. It's really nice, actually. And a bit of like turquoise kind of color. I like it. I like it. We're going to go ahead and craft ourselves a bola and some clubs. So we're going to craft 2 clubs and we're going to craft 3 bolas. Yes, 3 bolas is how many I can craft. So that works out quite well. We're probably missing stone for more. No, what are we missing? Fiber. Well, let's start swinging here and grabbing some fiber because I'll be needing fiber anyway. And I want to clear out this little space because this is exactly where I'm going to put my base. I feel like it's a really good spot. I don't really care about the level of parasaur. Honestly, lower level would be preferable because all I need the parasaur for is to just gather some narco berries. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on 1, then we're going to put this on 2, we're going to put this on 6, and yeah, don't mind this. What we're going to do real quick is just make sure that you go take a nap. And then by the time you wake up from the nap, you're going to feel an overwhelming urge to do exactly what I tell you to do. You're not going to be very good at it because your AI is dog shit, but you're going to do exactly what I tell you to. Wonderful. Yes, now let me shove all these berries into your inventory. Pretty much all of them, actually. And the meat, too. Why not? Because we're going to be using this as a fridge for the time being. And now we don't really need anything else. We just kind of want to build those structures I was talking about. Let me just clean up some of this. Let me do some landscaping here first before we build. You got to have good foundations for where you build your base. You can't just willy-nilly place it in the middle of bushes. That's not how that works. That would be horrible. Now, jokes aside, we do have to craft eventually the structures we want to build. So let's craft 4 foundations. We need to craft 4 ceilings. I actually need 2 more foundations. So let's add 2 more to the queue. And then we need 2 doors is what I'm going to have to craft. And we need 8 walls. Yes, 8 walls will be necessary. 2 will be used as door frames. That's wonderful. We need some stone. I guess we also need some metal. So let's go over here to these river rocks and we're going to collect some river rocks real quick. Right now, I'm focusing on getting myself metal tools getting some trank arrows and going and taming myself a pteranodon. And then when I have a pteranodon, I'm going to focus on getting myself an Argentavis. Preferably one that is pretty good level, but I will take a low level Argentavis if I'm really struggling to find a good one. But that may not be in this episode. For this episode, I think just setting up the base might be what we do. So let's see here what we're going to end up doing. Oh, there's a pteranodon right there. I can't look at its level or anything. Honestly, any level pteranodon will be a good start, because even a high level pteranodon still feels like shit to ride around on, because their stamina is just so absolutely horrible. Unless you put a shit ton of levels into them, but then you're wasting levels on a pteranodon, and they're annoying to level because you can't kill shit with them very quickly. Yada yada yada. It doesn't matter. Let's start building our base. Hold on now. Place this right here like so. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. There we go. That's good. And now we're going to place double door frame here, a double door frame here, and regular doors like here. These are not regular doors. These are regular walls, Vlad. Regular walls. 1 door, 2 door, and we're going to go ahead and... That's annoying. 1 and 2 and 3. We're going to go outside, pick up this misplaced ceiling, actually finish our home, close this door, and that is the shell that we will consider our home. Why are you upset? Parasaur just finished taming. We've got to think of a name. I got to check. There seems to be a Dilo here. We're going to tell you to not follow me. We're going to whistle passive, and we're going to take care of this Dilo so it doesn't bother us. Hey, buddy, what's the big idea here? What's the big idea? This is my territory. You don't get to kill dodos here. Those are my dodos to slaughter. There we go. We've taken care of the Dilo. We're going to get some extra hide, and we're going to claim its spoils as well. There we go. More hide for me. Now, the other Parasaur is probably still freaking the hell out. Nope. Yeah, it's all the way over there already. I'm sorry. We lost your buddy, but I think it's okay in the end. Okay, so we have a Parasaur. We do need to learn how to... Well, I think we actually already learned how to make a Parasaur saddle, and I can indeed already make one, which is wonderful. But what we really need now... What we really need now is a refining forge. So let's grab a refining forge here. How much metal do we have? Do we have 12? We have 21 metal, so we have more than enough. What are we missing to craft this? Still a bit of hide, and then also a bit of a stone. So we're going to have to chop down some rocks down here. Okay, look, there's some rules here. Don't stare at me, please. It freaks me out. What do we name you? We're going to name you Alfonso. There we go. Alfonso here will keep us safe for the time being by letting us know there's nearby enemies. We have detected an enemy. I think it's talking about it's these little birds. I don't really care about the birds. I mean, I do care about them. They're super annoying and I don't want to have to deal with them. But for the time being, I think it's okay for them to be there. We do want some spears. Let's craft those spears I talked about 2.5 hours ago. We're going to craft 5 spears. And let's see if we can chop down some regular stones to get ourselves the stone we need for this while we craft the spears. Once we have the spears, we're going to go and, wipe out some of the local wildlife in order to expand, just regular human things. There we go. We have enough stone. I'm going to keep going with the stone collection because I do need some for the smithy as well. I do believe I need 50 for the smithy. So we're going to keep going here. I have enough now, but I do want to break this whole rock. Let's just pickaxe it just because it's about to break, I think. Oh, back to hatchet. Smack it with the hatchet and it's all broken. Now I have enough stone for whatever I want. I do still need hide though. So I'm missing just a little bit of hide. I will also need hide for other things. I did put all of my berries onto Alfonso. Alfonso, I'm going to have to take some of these berries back because your boy's starving and I don't want to be starving. So we're going to take 53 of these and 55 of these. We're going to eat all of those right in front of him. I mean, we're not griefing him or anything like that. Look, his food is full. He's just chilling. So he can eat whenever he wants to. He's got a full inventory of good stuff right there. Okay, so what we're going to do is maybe just go for these birds. Now, they're kind of flying away from us, so I'm not too worried about them. They're fine. They can do their thing. Maybe a good target would be this other Parasaur that we never murdered. Never mind, there's a dodo. That's a good enough target for me. Yeet! Right in the dome. That is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hide right there. 27 hide, just like that. We're gonna need some more hide, so I'm afraid this Parasaur may just have to bite the bullet here. Yeet! Right there. And level 95. Goodness gracious. We're going to hit you with a few spears, not all of them. 3 spears to the dome, then we whip out the hatchet and finish the job. Because I don't want to waste all of my spears in case I don't kill it in time to retrieve the spears. That would really suck. There we go. We've collected all our spears back. We're gonna get a bunch of hide from this, I believe, because because it's a pretty big animal right there. Let's craft this while we're collecting here. And now we need to focus on the smithy. The smithy's next up. Boom, smithy right there. We've got everything except for the ingots. So let's go smelt the ingots. Once we have the ingots smelted, we should be able to craft ourselves a metal pickaxe. And then with the metal pickaxe, we can collect ourselves some more metal here from these rocks, because that should be pretty easy to do. Okay, we've got the refining forge right here. We're going to disable snapping and place it like so. Put 22 metal in there, maybe 10, 12 wood, whatever. That should be enough to smelt all of that. And we're looking to get 6 metal out of that. Now, while that's being done, I'm going to use Alfonso to farm up a shit ton of berries. And I mean a shit ton of berries. There we go. That's wonderful. Because we're going to need narcotic because of this guy right here. Let's actually take a quick look at you. No, don't go away. No, wait. Level 5, literally level 5. Should I bother actually taming that? I don't know. Doesn't sound like a great idea to me. It's going to be so difficult to get around on it because it's going to have 0 stamina. And if I plan on taking it into the redwoods, which I do, that thing might spell disaster sooner than anything else. But if there's no other options, I may have to end up going for it just so I don't have to travel around for too long. Many berries are being gathered right now. We're also using Alfonso here to do some of our landscaping for us because I don't feel like picking all the bushes here near the base. I do like having the base nice and tidy, which means I need to get rid of all the bushes, but doing it by hand, it does take a hot minute. All right, I think Alfonso did his job. We have 1,333 berries. I think Alfonso has done his duty for the time being. We're going to go ahead and level his health just so he can survive out here in the wilderness, because I'm not building him a pen. I don't really care enough about that. I'm sorry, Alfonso, but them's the breaks. All right, we're going to go inside of our very humble abode. We're going to build this. We have 6 metal ingots, which is perfect. Once we craft this, we're going to rotate it like this, place it here, and then open this up, close it, open it from this side, and boom, we can now feed all of the metal from here into here without having to move at all, which is wonderful. We have just about enough to make ourselves a pickaxe, which is not bad at all. We're going to take that pickaxe now and farm ourselves some metal. But I think, just to not bore you too much with the yappage, we're at 30 minutes of me recording, and I think that's going to make a decent sized first episode. So what did we do? We did our note run. We got to level 72, which is good. Not even close to what we need. We need level 96 in order to be able to make a Giga saddle, and that's the ultimate goal, is to saddle up a Giga and ride it. And we managed to set up a humble base. We got our first metal tool. We're going to use that to progress a little bit in the next episode, and then the goal is to get one of these, but not this one, because this one's kind of shit. Get out of here. Get out of here, shit bird. Level 5. I made an angry noise at it. Hopefully that keeps it away for longer, and it manages to make it come back with its friend that is higher level so we can tame that friend. Anyway, Alfonso and I here bid you farewell. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe because there's more episodes coming. Leave the word Sneck in your comment because Sneck ended the run. The note run, that is. If you do so, I'll make sure to heart your comment. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.